This week on Raiders Talk of the Nation, get ready to tee off. We're tagging along with 3 Raider greats, including Hall of Famer Charles Woodson.
I'm trying to put my name up there with the other Hall of Famers.
Alumnus Bryce Butler.
Raider Nation, we here this year, baby.
And Tim Brown.
Now, how are we doing so far on the course today?
Not so good. Okay.
It's time to swing into a new episode of Raiders Talk of the Nation, starting right now. I'm Sibley Scoles, and welcome to Raiders Talk of the Nation. Listen, it's no secret that football continues to be the most popular sport in the U.S., with millions of people watching each week as teams duke it out during the season. Now, while football reigns supreme for the fans, golf is the favorite sport among many current and former players in the NFL, including one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. I'm talking about Raiders legend Tim Brown. Now, after retiring in 2004, he has found joy in another game while giving back to others.
Mr. Raider, Mr. Tim Brown, how are you feeling?
I'm great. How are you?
Good so far. It is a warm day out here in Las Vegas. We are on the course for some good with Charles Woodson, his foundation and everything. What does it mean to be able to give back and continue to use that platform that you have?
I mean, I'm really so proud of Charles. Charles, he was a swashbuckling, great athlete, when he came into the league and had a reputation of being maybe about himself a little bit, and even though he was a great football player, but you can just see the maturation process with him over the years. And for him to be doing these kind of events now, it was hard to get him to come to my events back in the day, and for him to be, headlining these events now, it's just really, just shows you what time and growth can really do for a guy, and, understanding that your name means something.
Right.
And can really help people, I think is a beautiful thing. So I'm just happy to be supporting him in anything he does.
You saw the UFC facilities recently, right? Did you go in there and check that out? What is the emotion when you go through that and knowing what those guys and the ladies do out there in that?
Look, I love it. I love boxing back in the day. Anything that's crazier than what I did for a living, I really love.
Yeah.
And what those guys do is really out there, to get kicked and, stomped and elbowed, and, it's really amazing that they get up and, okay, when's my next fight?
Right.
Next fight.
Right.
So, but no, you have to respect what they're doing, and, you're talking about fighting to the end. They literally fight to the end.
Lastly, on Twitter, I love your tweets. I repost them a lot. You do have a lot of insight, obviously, especially in the football situation. When you're writing those, because some people, just shoot them off and say, okay, here it is.
Yeah.
What goes through your mind?
I really do think about it.
Yes.
I do, because I know that, especially when it comes to the Raiders or Notre Dame, whatever I say, people are going to take it to heart.
Yes.
And so most of the time I try and be positive, and if I don't have anything good to say, I won't say it at all. There's a time to chime in on stuff, and there's a time to just encourage.
Now, how are we doing so far on the course today?
Not so good. Okay.
We'll have fun.
Yeah, that's what it's about. We're going to have some more. I know, I see. We love his outfits always, and he's always got the Jordans on.
Always.
He's always ready to go.
Pro Football Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff is another former wide receiver continuing to make a huge impact in the community. For 18 years, he and his wife Angela have hosted an annual golf tournament. Now, while you might see some familiar faces, it all goes to benefit an even bigger cause.
We are here at Canyon Gate Country Club for the 18th annual Fred Biletnikoff Hall of Fame Invitational, sponsored by the Las Vegas Raiders and Coors Light. We are focusing our efforts to create another Tracy's Place of Hope that generates awareness for drug and alcohol abuse, domestic violence, and human trafficking. We are really looking to generate awareness for a foundation. The sky's the limit.
No cheating.
To have the guys come and be with us all the time, especially over the years, and then, making a trip down here, going out of their way, and making it convenient for us. All we have to do is invite them and they come. It means the world to us, to have everybody here. It's like going back to the old days.
This is the fun Tracy's Place of Hope, so it's really important that everybody understands that the message is there's a higher calling than just golf, and having a good couple days in Vegas, so I'm proud to be a part of it.
They've got some four-letter words to describe how I'm playing today. Everything else, got a great team. Everybody out here seems to be having a good time. The weather's awesome. What more can you ask for?
I like that. I like it a lot.
Yeah, baby! I'm here to win a golf tournament, the Freddie Biletnikoff Foundation golf tournament. I didn't fly 3,000 miles to come in second place. I already let my team know about that. But we're supporting Freddie and his foundation, and it's good to see him and Angela and a lot of my former teammates and opponents also.
I have no idea where that ball went.
The Raiders have been supporting us ever since we first started the foundation. You know, their support has been unbelievable. The whole group, everybody, from the players, the administrative people, the alumni people, you couldn't draw up anything better. If you wanted somebody to support you for all these years, it's been great. See you guys.
Up next, we've got more Raiders greatness coming your way as we spend time with Charles Woodson.
We're going to have fun here, but while we're out here having fun, there is a point to it.
But first, we're grabbing the golf cart to hit the course with alumnus Bryce Butler, talking about his golf fashion.
If you wear what you wear and you feel confident in it, Sibley gonna feel that. She gonna like that.
And the nickname he can't shake.
You know what? It is a Raiders name.
Raiders Talk of the Nation will be right back. Raiders Talk of the Nation has been brought to you by Allegiant Air, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com. Powered by Cox, a proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
We're here, we're in Vegas. What got you into golf? Obviously, you played sports. This is what you've come up on in sports, but golf specifically, what did you love about it?
You can never master the game of golf. Like you've been out here for a little bit now. You see how everybody's hitting some good ones, everybody's hitting some bad ones. It doesn't matter how good you think you are, how much improvement you've made in the game, you're still gonna have bad days, right? Obviously, it's the same with football and basketball, but like bad days in golf are really bad.
Now, I saw you before when we were pulling up. You were stretching. You get into it, you make sure you're using the bands. That's something that's important too. It's just like physical activity or exercise, right?
100%. I mean, honestly, if you just wake up in the morning and go on a walk, you should get some type of warm-up in before you start, or your lower back gonna be tight, your hamstrings gonna be tight. So with golf, I mean, it's such an awkward movement. You know, when you're hopping out the car, you're on a plane, you're hopping out the car, you gotta get some type of warm-up in, some elasticity going.
Yes, you don't wanna be tight.
You don't wanna be tight at all. Tight is never good.
Right.
Tight is never really that good, so.
How much does the fashion help with the game?
Oh, hey.
You gotta look good.
I mean, you swaggy out here.
I was like, I have to go.
You swaggy out here. You know what I'm saying? I know you feel good right now.
Right?
You feel good right now.
Yeah.
You feel like you belong.
It's $1 million. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
We already know football for you, right? But you've played some boxers, some professional boxers, right? You've been out on the golf course with them. How would you do in the ring?
You know what? I train boxing, but I mean, those guys are like on another level. Like, you know, hanging around guys like Canelo, hanging out guys like Andre Ward. I mean, those guys, they're so in shape. And like, I box with guys that are trying to come up. We spar and stuff like that. And you know, I'm okay, because I'm an athlete, I'm a bigger guy. I'm okay for like 2 or 3 rounds, but like after that, like they're still on 90%, and I'm like emptying the tank. I'm 20%.
Right.
You know, I'm backing up, trying to run away.
It's a long form. Yeah, you got to be ready.
Yeah. So boxing, no, I can't deal with them in the boxing ring.
Duffel.
Okay.
Break it down. Where'd that name come from? When did you start going by that? What is Duffel?
You know what? It is a Raiders name. We were freestyling, and we used to do it every week. And I said like a kind of witty line with like duffel bag and my name being Bryce, but I kind of figured it out, and everybody was like, "Oh!" So then I started I continuously kept using like duffel bag when I was starting, like it's duffel bag, whatever. I can't rap. I'm trash.
Time out. I need the line. Do you remember the line?
I do not remember the line.
Don't lie.
I can't rap. I can't rap.
Really?
We were just playing and having fun. And my teammate, C.O. Moore, bought a turntable kit.
Yeah.
And I was on it more than he was. And so like that's when I started. And then I was like, if I'm DJing, my DJing ain't gonna be DJ Duffel Bag. And that's how it started. And then I DJ'd in Belgium.
Wow.
So then it became International Duffel, and it was ID. Then I got rid of the bag, and then it was just Duffel. So I mean, it's
there's the evolution of
it's a lot of evolutions.
You're an influencer, especially in this game of golf now.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you, and how many people reach out to you that kind of want tips or want to play with you?
Yeah, you know what? It's weird. As an athlete, it's weird using that word influencer.
Right.
We've all athletes, we always look at other influencers and seeing what they do, and we're like, I would be like, yeah, I'm an influencer. I'm a golf influencer. I played football for 7 years in the league.
Yeah.
And now I'm using my platform to showcase. I mean, more like lifestyle. Like golf is like a really big part of my life. But I got the fashion, I work out, I try to stay in shape as much as possible. I'm trying to eat good, so I'm trying to get rid of the cookies and the candies.
Drop the sugars.
And so, I try to do everything. And when it comes to social media, I try to show bits and pieces of that as I go along with it.
Take me back to 2013, being drafted.
Getting drafted was crazy. I was so happy, I cried. So I saw my name on the screen, it was crazy. And I remember I ran outside my house and I just screamed because it was just everything just let out. And it was great. I mean, I love my 2.5 years that I spent here.
Yeah.
The fan base is crazy.
Yes.
And that's why I'm happy to be here now. Ever since I left, I've had nothing but love from Raiders fans. I never got any hatred. I love every moment that I had playing the game of football. It brought me a lot of, opportunities. Once a Raider, always a Raider.
What is it about that fan base that makes them so special? I mean, I see it on a daily basis.
I mean, it's just like a grind. They never...
They're loyal.
They're always there.
We are loyal. I am a part of Raider Nation. Growing up and just watching everyone play.
Yes,
I have to represent all the time.
That stadium is great.
Yes.
I mean, it's unique. There's no other stadium like it in the NFL. I played for the Cowboys. I played at the Vikings Stadium. I've been to the, is it SoFi?
Yes, SoFi,
I've
LA.
seen that one. This one is different. It's very unique, and it's great because when you have a fan base like the Raiders, or the Nation, you want to give them something like that. And we've been waiting for a while, and they got it. So
they deserve that.
Hey, Raider Nation, we here this year, baby. Raiders all day. I love it. Duffel out.
Are we all posing? Hold on. Okay.
All right, next on, we'll be back.
Coming up, he's always had game on the field, but how does Charles Woodson's game hold up on the green?
I want to be the winner, baby.
Find out when Raiders Talk of the Nation returns. This segment has been brought to you by Modelo, a taste that's pure gold. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Now at that point, do you just leave it or you have to play it? Oh, he got it!
I don't know. That's a penalty. I gotta hit this ball.
We can't talk football without talking about one of the most accomplished Raiders of all time, Mr. Charles Woodson. And he continues to add to those accomplishments with ventures in wine and whiskey. So where does a busy guy like Charles find relaxation? By spending the day on the fairway. And he told me how he continues to go big or go home in life after football.
So since 2009, the Charles Woodson Foundation obviously making great strides and efforts again for the community. To have your inaugural Las Vegas golf tournament, to be able to play with your friends but also help and give back, how much does that make you feel when you're out there?
I don't know what word to use. I'm just I'm happy. I'm proud to be a part of something that can actually make a difference. Happy that I have friends who've tournaments I may have been a part of, and now they're, a part of my tournament and come out, support. It's really the least that we could do, is to come out and just, we're gonna have fun here, but while we're out here having fun, there is a point to it, and it's to raise money. And so I'm just proud to be a part of it, proud to have the partners that I have, proud to have the Raiders have, since I've been done playing, always have had my back in anything that I've wanted to do, and this tournament is no different. So it's a family out here, and I appreciate that.
How important is it to use your voice and continue to use your platform in your community and outside of the community for people just watching what you're doing?
Well, I always say, man, for us athletes, the position that we're in is really the easiest thing we can do a lot of time is to really just give our time.
Right.
Give your time, bring some awareness to, whatever cause you may be passionate about. But, it's the kids and it's the families who are going through whatever. They're the ones that are actually dealing with it.
Right.
You're just trying to bring some awareness, try to get people to take notice so that you can encourage somebody else to help.
Did you envision this for yourself? Like, again, you mentioned we're here, it's golf, whiskey, you've got the wine. Did you envision all this for yourself, or is it as you go, you're continuing to build and see things that work?
You know what, I think it's kind of as you go. I think that when I retired, I knew that I would be in the beverage industry because I had wine. But I immediately went into television. No idea, no anticipation that I'd work in television after I got done playing. And then, you know what, just because there's still that notoriety after you play, you start picking up more and more things because people see you like, oh, we want you to be a part of this or that. And so you find yourself having a lot of stuff presented to you. And, you kind of try to pick and choose because family, the whole nine, you got to keep that intact. So, yeah, man, I didn't know, but I tell you what, I'm having a great time with it.
Predictions, because I know there's competition when you guys go out there. Even though you're raising money, it's a good cause. That's the reason why we're out here. But your friends, when you guys are out there, do you have any predictions?
Prediction in terms of
who's gonna take it? Who do you think? Who's gonna take? Yeah, moving forward. Who have you been on the course with that you like?
You see how I've been concentrating, trying to sink these putts? I'm trying to win this thing. This is my first one.
Okay.
I want to be the winner. Like at the end, when I'm out, up there announcing who won, I want to be like.
Okay, so this is.
Man, it's me.
Yeah.
We got some players. Tim Brown can play. Marshall can play.
But you're trying to. We gotta take it home.
I'm trying to.
Who are you worried about that might give you a run for your money?
Touchdown Timmy. Worried about touchdown Timmy. I got some Hall of Famers I'm worried about.
That's a big.
Hey, these are Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to
Put my name up there with the other Hall of Famers. You got Charles Woodson, Tim Brown, Marshall Falk. Who's gonna win the Charles Woodson inaugural golf tournament? Charles Woodson.
Hall of Fame ball, gold jacket.
Now speaking of merch, for a second, I have to pull up a photo that we pulled out. You see this?
Yeah.
Now you've done first pitches before for games and you've done these things. Was this intentional to have that up there to show like, hey?
Hey, have you ever heard of brand development? You got to get it out there.
You do.
Know what I'm saying? Woodson whiskey, man. We're trying to, in all seriousness, we have a brand, but we're trying to expand that brand, and you got to get it in front of as many eyes as possible.
Right.
So anytime I have it on, also representing myself, representing my brand. We're trying to get everyone to see it. Know what it is that I'm doing, what I have. And the more people, more eyes I can get on it that ask about it, the more people I can get to try it, experience it, and say, hey, we want to have Woodson whiskey as a part of our cocktail list on your shelf. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We want to be there. And then we want that logo, the Woodson whiskey, we want that to stand alone. Like when you see it, what is it?
Woodson whiskey.
Come on!
Let's go!
Come on, man. You know what it is.
I'll give you this back.
Gold
That's
jacket.
a monkey ball right
Gold
there.
jacket. Hey, look, you see what he's doing right there? That's what I want to be doing at the end of the round. I want to be the winner, baby. First winner of my tournament, man. Come on, we going for it, man.
Still to come.
Poor birdie on the first hole.
Raiders Talk of the Nation will be right back after this. This segment has been brought to you by Coors Light, an official beer of Raider Nation, made to chill. Raiders Talk of the Nation has been brought to you by Allegiant Air, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Raiders. Intermountain Healthcare, the official health partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Discover your inner champ at Raiders.com/champ.
How did we meet? It's such a long time ago. Do you remember?
Mohair, I remember I was a delegate from the Oakland Raiders and came to Staten Island to welcome you to the team where you got drafted #1. Italian boy, Staten Island, and Mike had the big stash. Oh, Mo, you looked hot. That's how we met, and then we ended up being roommates right till the very end.
That's right.
Whoa. They called this place the Lakes. They got 33 lakes on 18 holes. You can't be hitting the ball in the lake. I am taking the lead after this hole because Mohair hit the ball in the lakes. As you notice, excuse me, as you people might notice, and I'm calling him Mohair all day today. Mohair has a lot of hair, so go Mo. What? Oh. What was that? What? I was just about to swing, Mo.
Cheating is highly encouraged.
For birdie! For birdie on the first hole. Freddie Biletnikoff, right? Played so horrible. Mohair and I took some cash.
He broke his clubs.
He broke them all.
Yeah, baby!
An eagle by Mohair.
An eagle.
Well, that'll wrap things up here for us on this episode of Raiders Talk of the Nation. We've got so much more coming your way that you do not want to miss. I'm Sibley Scoles, and I'll catch you next week, Raider Nation.